I use it daily. I use it to do my research. I use it to do as a search engine. I use it just to help me start, like just brainstorming ideas, writing paragraphs. I live in Power BI quite a bit, so being able to ask Copilot, create me a DAX query, create me a Power M query, it gets me started. I still have to edit it, don't get me wrong, but it gets me to the point where I'm starting at 50% versus starting at 0.
There's a lot of organizations who are looking for hard return on investment, and that's not what Copilot for Microsoft 365 is.
With Copilot, the ROI a lot of times is experience, employee experience. We hear from many employees, even at Insight, that they're having time to focus. They're having time to listen to customers more. They're getting things done more in their normal workday versus working after hours or weekends. So I think employee experience seems to be the biggest feedback we get on the ROI side.
Here at Insight, we have been part of the early adopter program for Copilot for Microsoft 365 and have had it now for 1 year. And where we are concerned, we've been very successful primarily because we are an organization of early adopters. When you get those types of people together, that is when you really get the adoption that is going to allow you some return on investment for Copilot for Microsoft 365.
From an Insight perspective, to help customers adopt Copilot, we always try to start out with what we call a success framework, because it helps them understand. We follow 3 subway lines. One is going to be data. So it's going to be, is the data in the cloud? Is it the right data? Do you have to pull in external data sources? The next subway line we like to talk is security. So it's the data governance, data security, data compliance, even zero trust framework from an endpoint perspective. And then the last subway line we like to follow is adoption, your use cases, or better yet, advanced use cases. So similar to like a Copilot Studio, where how can I expand what I'm doing with the Copilot tools? Now, once we go through those, then we help them understand where are they today and what do they have to do for tomorrow to enable Copilot within their environment.
If you don't know where to begin with something that applies to everyone, and you will find that those use cases will start to present themselves. A lot of times they will present themselves in way of, well, I really wish it did this, right? And then you find out that if you just make a little bit of tweaks, you can create a plugin for Copilot for Microsoft 365. That is really where the competitive advantage is going to exist. Rather than saying, we're going to let this thing evolve, you can evolve with it.